So Law Roach, let's get into him. He is the first person on the docket, okay? Because first of all, earlier this week, I think it was like the day after the Oscars after party, and he did a lot of people. He did a lot of people that night. That, when I tell you, he is a beast when it comes to like this fashion. And my first experience with him, I never met him before. Let's be very clear. But I seen him on Legendary, and I thought he was a funny host. I thought that he was a little bit hard on some of the contestants, but now I understand where that comes from. And he was out there to protect them, and he put some respect on Law. Like I said on my live, put some respect on Law. Okay, he done found I'm a new fan, and I'm here for everything that he had to say with this interview with The Cut. Now, he sat down with The Cut to explain further about him retiring fashion. Well, for starters, he isn't quitting fashion, but he's basically done with styling celebrities. Okay, he said in quotes, I'm not retiring from fashion because I love it so much, but styling in the way that I've been servicing other people, I'm retiring from that. Okay, and let me just tell you something. These celebrities are entitled. They are entitled. They want it now. They think that because I'm working with you and because we're doing this collaboration, this is going to give you all types of work. So they feel entitled to be like, I want it now. I want the outfits and I want the stuff now. He's like, look, I'm doing multiple stuff. It's like when you look at because he posts all of his stuff on Instagram. He did a lot of people's stuff. Okay. And at the end of the day, you're going to get it when you're going to get it. Now, he talks more in depth about what happened. He talks more in depth about what happened that led up to his quitting. Now, I'm going to read a snippet, not a snippet, but like a portion of the article, because I can't just show a picture of it because this is going to be on the podcast too. So I'm just going to read this excerpt. If you want to read the full article, I'll link it in the description. Now, he said, last week for us, Oscars week and building up to the Vanity Fair Oscar party is some of the most stressful times in the world. And I've always been a stylist and did multiple clients, so I'm trying to prepare for multiple clients that week. And I had a lot of pressure because Meg Thee Stallion, it was her first time coming back and anybody seeing her since the trial, true story. And so that was a lot of pressure, because I wanted to make her feel secure and comfortable and make her feel and look as perfect as possible so she can have the strength that she needs to do what she needs to do. So that morning I got a call from one of my clients, and it was her publicist, and somebody from a brand that I was supposed to do a project with. And I found myself on the phone with these three women, and I felt like I was defending myself because the one woman from the brand was like, oh, he's not communicating. You're not going to have a dress and all these things. And it was just a lot of things that were not true. And that's how we lose clients as stylists. Somebody from a brand will say something to a publicist, and the publicist will say something to the client, and then things go from there. I thought I had a really strong relationship with this client, and I thought that she knew that my goal was always to protect my clients. At that moment, I just didn't feel like I was being protected because there's no one who can ever say that they worked with me and I didn't pull my whole heart and soul into them, or that I left them hanging. It never happened. No one can ever say that about me. And I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. We'll do whatever. We'll work it out. And then I got off the phone and I was like, I'm literally depleted from the whole day. I'm an extreme empath and I give everything to the point after that night. And I could barely finish a sentence. I had given so much. The call was very early, and to the next day of the Oscars, after the Oscars, client was one of the clients that I addressed that night. It was just like I got off the phone and I felt like I'm still fighting, I'm still defending myself. And one thing people who work with me also know is that I don't like to be managed or feel like I'm being chastised. That just doesn't work for me or my personality, and especially when I feel like I'm giving so much. Okay, so that's what he said. Like I said, the full article will probably be in the description. And I feel him. Okay, I feel him to a certain extent of being chastised and being micromanaged. I think a lot of people with any job, okay, has these same situations where they feel like they're being chastised, they feel like they're being micromanaged, and it's kind of affecting the work, whether that be something that you're working on, your passion, or working a regular 9 to 5. Because I've definitely, when he said that, I definitely was like, okay, me working a regular ass job that I don't really care about, and I'm over here trying to do what I need to do so I can get paid, and I'm being chastised, and it's affecting my work, it's affecting my whole aura. Okay, I'm an empath as well. I'm not sure what sign he is, but he gives very much Libra energy. Somebody tell me in the comments if you're on YouTube, like, what sign is he? Now, he briefly talked about the incident that happened with the seat arrangement at the Paris Fashion Week with Louis Vuitton or whatever. And he basically said that it was a misunderstanding, and he thought that his seat was where it was supposed to be, next to Zendaya. And Zendaya turning around and pointing to a chair, she was pointing to somebody else's seat. Like, she was saying, oh, that's so-and-so seat. It wasn't a big deal. A lot of people thought that it had something to do with that, and if you've seen my TikToks, okay, from the very beginning, I said, y'all want to point it to that situation? No, I think that there's something else going on. I think there's something underlined. It's powers that be, or whatever the case is, that is compelling him to quit or retire. Like, that's what I said, and that's exactly what had happened. Okay, it has all to do with him being chastised. It has all to do with shady politics. He goes in, like I said, the whole article goes in on the whole shady politics deal. They get to talk about Louis Vuitton and all that, and all the politics with that. I really don't want to talk about that, right? I don't want to talk about, like, who exactly is the culprit. And a lot of people are having the conversation like, well, which client was he talking about, like, with the whole situation? I think, to me, it doesn't matter who he was talking about. I know, like, there were some people that were saying, oh, he's talking about Meg, or he's talking about, pointing out, because good luck doing that, because he worked on a lot of people that night. So everybody pointing fingers, I'm like, good luck. We'll probably never find out. I don't really care about that topic. What I care about is people saying that he was doing a tantrum, right? And it's coming from people with regular jobs. And I don't mean to say that in a condescending way, right? Because I have a regular job. Let's be very clear. This does not pay the bills. And I understand where they're coming from in that point, saying that, oh, he's just throwing a tantrum. You need to do what you need to do. This is a job, because that's what we do, right? That's what people that got the regular 9 to 5s that clock in and all that. That's what we do. Like, we literally give our all to these people that we really don't care about, but we do it so that we can keep our jobs, so that we can pay our bills, and this, that, and the third. And it's definitely understandable in certain circumstances, like when you need this job to survive. Got you. But at some point, we all should put our foot down in this point. And I'm not saying quit or retire or do it, because some people can't do that, right? A lot of us can't do that. But putting your foot down and saying, this is what I'm not going to do. I started practicing that with my jobs. I'm like, let me tell you something. I'm giving your asses 40 hours a week. You best to believe I'm going to get the weekends off. You best to believe I'm not going to come in and I'm not going to stay from 9 to freaking 9 p.m. No. That's not, and I think that's what he was doing. He was putting his foot down. And I think because we're so conditioned to, stay at this job and do everything that they say, no matter what, if it affects our mental health, our freaking physical health. It was, for some cases, some people that have those jobs that's like, you got to get up and move, like, especially like Amazon. Like, no, you put your foot down and you say, you are not going to do this. And if they want to get rid of you, and if they give you pushback for this, then so be it. There's millions of jobs. I wouldn't say millions of jobs, but there's a lot of jobs out here that's going to hire you. Because let me tell you something, if it's a job that you don't really care about, if it's not your career path type job, even if it is though, you can find something else. You can find something that fits your needs. Okay, let me just not steer y'all in the wrong directions. These jobs do not care about us. But you'll find other jobs that will appease to your needs. That's just what I'm saying. So I think he wasn't throwing a tantrum. I just think that he just was not going to be worked like a damn mule. He worked his way to get into this fashion industry. He really just doesn't seem like that could have been his goal and dream, to like style celebrities or whatever, right? But I don't know. He just seems the type to be a designer or something like that. I think that he can start like making clothes and start being like a Louis Vuitton. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. I think him doing celebrity clients was just like, something that was on the side. I was like, I'm getting a little check from this, and this is kind of looking good on the resume, so let me just keep on doing it. But I think him venturing out into other aspects of fashion is also a good thing too. Like, just because this may not work out for him, but he's gonna always find a way to make money, like he said before. I feel I kind of like I definitely understand his plight, right? And chasing your passion and getting to the goal. I haven't got to the goal, right? Like I'm at the point, I guess I'm at the part where before he got to where he is, right? But getting to that first, okay, I'm here. I'm getting noticed and I'm getting the perception that I want. But then you getting obstacles. Like when you get to that level and then you start facing obstacles and shady politics, it just deters you from what you were fighting for. Like, I think that's what happened. I think that's what we're seeing. And I feel the same way. I mean, when you look at my journey into YouTube and being a content creator, like I've gotten like a lot of, like, I've made the numbers, I've done the work, I'm qualified for being a YouTube artist, like I was talking earlier with the weekly notes. But then once you get there, I'm faced with the algorithm. You get what I'm saying? And and there's times where I do resent being a content creator because it's like, oh my goodness, like I done did all this shit. I done did this shit for this many years, and I'm still getting these numbers. So I feel the same way. I definitely feel the same way. And like I said, just more over on him with the shady politics and being micromanaged by celebrities. That can take a toll. And celebrities, the thing about, like he said in that article, like when a celebrity or their publisher or publicist say that you are difficult or you're not giving us the product that we need at a timely fashion, they'll go to other brands. They'll go to other celebrities and say, reputation is everything in this country. And when you have bad reputation, it will follow you and it can hinder you. It can stop your bag. It can do a lot of things. So that's why I'm saying, I think that he doesn't ever want to be in a place where it's like, okay, you ain't going to sit there and affect what I got going on. Okay, because I always deliver. And he does. Okay. So no. And to the part where I think people are starting to resent what they once loved. It's sad when that happens, right? Because you're doing something that you love and it's starting to really benefit you. You're starting to really make a profit off it. This is also like almost scary to me because I'm not at the point where he is, but I'm like climbing the ladder slowly. But like, what will happen when I get to that point? And I'm saying when because we are manifesting everything, right? When I get to that point, like, I just know I will face obstacles. I don't think that I will quit. Because I'm the type of person, and this is where me and Law differs, right? I'm the type of person, like, even though the shit is getting hard, you look how far you came. That's how I was with college. Like, I definitely contemplated dropping out plenty of times. But I was junior year. Girl, no. I say junior like I'm in high school, but I was like, with the third year? No. We done spent all this damn money, child. I'm going to see it through. So I think that's where we differ. I think I would see it through. I can't see myself actually doing that. But I can understand if somebody wants to, change trajectory. I think that, like he said, he's not done with fashion. He is just going to do something else. I think he should be a designer. I think he should make his own damn clothes. Okay. And do other things. There's so many things that he can do. But the thing is, when you feed the demands of the machine, you kind of lose sight to what you're doing. And that's probably what happened with Law. Like, he lost sight in what he came here to do. And that was be a curator for fashion. Okay. And I think that's what I'm here to do. Like, I'm not here to just make numbers and push out content constantly just to feed the machine, right? I'm here to serve you guys. I'm here to entertain y'all. And yeah, that's why I felt like this topic was so like that. I like picking topics that I feel like, even though they're not like the popular topics, not what everyone is talking about, but it's something that I feel like in connection with. And yeah, So yeah, I'm here with Law. I'm a fan. We gonna look. I'm definitely gonna be following this person's career, indefinitely. And if there's anything new that come out, I guess if the celebrity wants to sit there and out themselves and be like, well, I just feel like, then I guess I'll come back on here and I'll say something about it or whatever. But yeah, shout out to Law for his transparent. Like he was very transparent because he ain't have to tell us nothing. Let's be clear. He ain't had to tell us a goddamn thing. Okay.